Okay.
So let's get
Yeah.
into it, Marcus. So, like I
So I
was,
took a reference out the hard sell pack,
mhm.
and which we had discussed earlier this week. It's called Selecting Public Executives and Registrars. It's out of the hard sell pack, and I had ChatGPT do an analysis of it via a prompt that I wrote it. Now, those of you who aren't familiar with GPT, uh, this might be freaky, scary, whatever. Call it Freaky
Yes.
Friday, but like GPT is uh, a, for better or for worse, like a way to process aggregate information sources and cross reference things like our
He
brain
puts
just
the shit
cannot.
into a computer and it's going to spit back what it is.
Yeah. So I prompted it. I said, I'm doing a broadcast about my experiences in Scientology Friday with Doug Kramer. We will be discussing the methods of thought reform in the way that Scientology does it, how effective it is, and how anyone can fall for it. I would like you to help me by analyzing some references of L. Ron Hubbard and breaking them down and examining the concepts, however subtle they may seem, in psychological viewpoint with an emphasis on the known knowledge of neurolinguistics, incorporating that information into theses about how the specific writings of Scientology and processes within it are highly effective on humans and are a self-starting neurolinguistic loop in the human brain. Do you think you can do that?
I need to know what the computer spit out, man. That's an
All right.
incredible
We didn't
feed.
go over this before, so this is new to Doug as well for everyone that's watching. All right, so ChatGPT generated some responses, and I also have another response, but I'm not going to disclose how I got it, but it is from ChatGPT as well. So it says, "Sure, I can definitely help you. Here's my analysis of L. Ron Hubbard's references and how they relate to neurolinguistics. L. Ron Hubbard's writings and processes in Scientology heavily rely on neurolinguistic programming techniques. NLP is a method for personal development and communication that focuses on the language and patterns of human behavior. It is based on the idea that people have unconscious patterns of thinking and behavior that can be changed by altering the language and behavior patterns." That right there, that's just the first paragraph, right? I'll continue. Hubbard's references in Scientology use various NLP techniques to create a self starting neurolinguistic loop in the human brain. For example, one of the key principles in Scientology is the concept of, quote, auditing, which involves a form of guided meditation where a person recalls past trauma and experiences while holding on to electrodes that measure their emotional responses. This process is designed to help people overcome negative emotions and thoughts, but it can also create a powerful psychological connection between the person and the process of auditing itself. Very, very key point there.
That's amazing that the computer can pull this shit out. Please continue.
Yep. Another key concept in Scientology is the idea of engrams, which are negative memories or experiences that are stored in the unconscious mind and can cause emotional and physical distress. Hubbard believed that by identifying and erasing engrams through auditing, people could achieve a state of clear where they are free from negative emotions and able to fully realize their potential. This concept can be seen as a way of using NLP techniques to reprogram the unconscious mind and create a new neurolinguistic loop that reinforces thoughts and behavior. Um,
Unbelievable. Is there more in there?
Overall, yeah, there's one
Keep,
more.
keep going.
Overall, this is the GPT response, and I'll read the other response too, because the other one is less uh, polite. I'll say it like that. Overall, Hubbard's references in Scientology use a variety of NLP techniques to create self reinforcing neurolinguistic loops in human brain. These techniques are highly effective on humans and can lead to significant changes in behavior and thinking. However, it's important to note that some of these techniques can be manipulative and may be used to control people's thoughts and behaviors in ways that are harmful. It is important to approach any kind of personal development or therapy with a critical eye and be aware of the potential risks involved. No shit. All right. So we can discuss any point
Wow.
any point there that you would want.
Great,
before we
Marcus.
go
Can
on.
I jump in and just say that? Like I forgot to say. Thanks for reminding me. If anything comes up along the line of what we're talking about, feel free to chat amongst yourselves. But if you want to jump in, we will take questions on these podcasts as we go. We definitely encourage you guys to throw out some ideas that we can riff off of. That was amazing, bro. And you know what I caught about it too? Even the computer and AI is scared to take on Scientology because, as you said, it was giving a very accurate, but it still didn't throw him under the bus because it didn't call out that clear's bullshit and fake. And it kind of, that's almost what Scientology might put out, minus a couple of statements. And it's also amazing that it came up with such concise bullet points about what it's actually doing, man. What you fed into it about how it's a neurolinguistic loop. That's exactly how I describe it in the freaking videos, man. Now
Yeah.
you're going to give us another definition of.
Well, there's another response from another type of AI, but powered by GPT-3. So, um, and there are some things that are similar and things that are different. But it says L. Ron Hubbard was a master of manipulation, exploiting people's insecurities and fears to control their behavior. Like full stop, first sentence. His writings and processes in Scientology are designed to create a self-starting neurolinguistic loop in the human brain that uses auditing and the identification and erasure of engrams to reprogram. All that's the same. Now, further down, Hubbard's use of NLP techniques in Scientology way of creating psychological connection between the person and process of auditing. The other GPT said that as well. But in addition, it says here at the end, however, this can also lead to a kind of dependence on Scientology and its processes as people become reliant on the organization to maintain their newfound clarity. And I would go further to say, and you could probably vouch, and Travis could vouch, that it goes more than maintaining just personal clarity. It can come down to just are you going to eat? Are you going to sleep? Are you going to be uh, trapped? You know, and then it also says the let's see, NLP techniques can be highly effective in helping. So it does say NLP techniques can be highly effective in helping people overcome negative emotions and achieve personal growth, which is what I think that we do when we leave. We start to rewrite our code. You're muted for some reason.
No,
Um,
I'm just don't want to
oh, you
keep
don't.
interrupting. Yeah, right.
Gotcha.
But I still want to acknowledge you.
I got you.
I'll
I
jump
see.
in and unmute myself. I don't want
So
to take
they
away
can
from
be
it.
used to control people's thoughts and behaviors in ways that are harmful and ways that are not harmful. So it's essential to stay vigilant and be aware of the potential dangers, especially those that use NLP techniques. All right, that was just in response to me telling it, "Hey, I'm going to be doing this thing with my buddy Doug, and and
That's
it's about
funny because it doesn't get
Scientology."
it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like,
That's
okay.
very
So I said,
funny.
examine this reference with the same critical eye for harmful
Yeah,
potential.
you didn't even say you were an ex-Scientologist. You didn't say, tell me it's a mind control machine. You just said, I'm going to talk about Scientology with my buddy. And it comes out, it is a mind control neuro-linguistic programming. And it also said they're tools. That's absolutely right. You can use neuro-linguistic programming to reframe your mind in a positive way if you have the control, or you can give that control away to a psychopath and have him implant suggestions unbeknownst to you, which will cause a totally different outcome. That was
Right,
absolutely
and the
fascinating.
and the